Welcome back to another Value Bomb Wednesdays. Today we're going to be going over how to set up your LLC properly. This is a very important step because this is probably the first step you're going to take in terms of getting business credit after the profile is already optimized. You're going to want to get your LLC set up. But let's kind of go through this and we'll break it down for you guys. Hell yeah. Let me share my screen real quick. Boom. Awesome. Also, shout out to you, Xavier, for calling me out, letting me know on mute. This would have been such a bummer if I went through this whole presentation without it. But anyway, so we're setting up LLCs. Now, what we're going to be talking about was one, the why we need this, what are the benefits, what's in it for you, and then two, how to actually set it up. So as far as the benefits go, this is super important because banks look at something called an NAICS code. Those codes determine your level of risk depending on the industry you work in, right? So if you're selling guns or marijuana, liquor, like a restaurant, those are typically very high risk businesses and have a lot of overhead, especially like restaurants. So even if you had like an 800 credit score and you guys were taking all the action steps that we talk about here, you could still get denied or even just get really low limits. So that's why getting this optimized from the very beginning is super important, right? Because if we're labeled minimum risk, that's going to help us get the maximum funding. So kind of the benefits beyond that is having an LLC creates credibility and branding, right? It doesn't look like you guys are some small mom and pop shop, like hobby type of business. The other thing too is tax write-offs. I'm actually planning on having a tax professional hop on one of these lives to drop tons and tons of game on how you guys can start writing off more of your taxes, even your personal expenses for business, so that you have a more lower tax liability at the end of the year. If that's something you guys are interested, drop the word taxes in the chat and we'll get that scheduled out for you guys. Now, lastly too is just protection of personal assets. You know, if you're a limited liability company, it limits your liability. So if somebody tries to go after your personal stuff, you're protected. So now that we kind of got all that stuff out of the way, let's talk about how do we actually set up the LLC. So let me pull up that website for you guys. Is it Incfile? So File LLC. So honestly, you can see all this. There's tons and tons of service providers. Doesn't really matter who you guys use. They all basically do the same. When I opened up my Indiana LLC, I actually used Incfile. So this is the website. Again, you could use any. The important thing here is you just need them to file the LLC with the Secretary of State because they're going to try to like upsell you on all this other different stuff. You don't need it. Just say no and go for the basic stuff. So form your free LLC now. You're going to go through this entity type. You can do S Corp, C Corp, all that. State of formation. I know. Let's say we're in Illinois. Kind of go through all this. Days filing, state fee. Well, so you can kind of go through all this. And basically, as you choose a package, just go for like the cheapest one. This is free. You're going to type in your LLC name. So this is really important for LLC name is I always tell people, especially with all of us doing real estate isn't necessarily considered a super high risk business, but it's not the lowest risk. So, things such as marketing, e-commerce, consulting, those are considered low risk businesses. So I always recommend to people, consulting is a great industry to label yourself as, just because with consulting, it's such a generic, you can consult for literally anything. You could say you consult for real estate, right? So when it comes to the LLC name, I always tell people, keep it very generic. You don't want to name yourself like Miggles Real Estate Investing Business or, sorry about that. You don't want to have it like Miggles Real Estate Business to where it's like, boom, automatically they already know what you guys are doing. So doing something like Miggle, literally it could just be Miggle LLC, but keep it generic. Don't let them know exactly what you're doing. Tell us what industry your business in. This is very important. So if I'm doing consulting, we're going to say consulting, and then they have all these different options. So like business management consulting services. Cool. We're gonna click next. We could do the 3-week filing time, or you could do the 2 business day. We're gonna go for the cheapest. Again, don't let them upsell you unless you really need it. Contact person, boom. Gmail.com. We're gonna click next. So yeah, you're gonna put your information. A lot of people try to tell you like you need a virtual or like business address. Honestly, you could use just your home personal address. A lot of businesses work online anyways. So, you could put your normal address. So just make something up. 1234 High Street, um, Bakersfield, California. Boom, click next. Use entered. Again, they're going to try to upsell you on all this stuff. No thanks, I'll pass on this opportunity. Select number of members. So I always recommend to people, like for example, I have like people who are married coming in here looking for funding. I always tell people, have one LLC just under your name, and if you have a spouse, have them set up another LLC under their name, because you could go apply for 100K plus on your own LLC, and then you'll have your wife go do the same. So you basically double the amount of funding you're gonna get. So remember, boom, 1234 High Street, California. Cool. So then we're gonna click next. Use entered. Act as my unregistered agent. Enter this. Whatever. So I actually don't know the zip code, but basically you're gonna enter all your information into here. Again, don't let them try to upsell you on this. But that's kind of like the basis of setting up the LLC. I won't go through the full application because it's going to start asking you a bunch of personal information. So use a website like this, fill it out. Again, very important. Have a generic name for the LLC and make sure you're labeling your industry as something low risk. Again, like marketing, consulting, advertising, e-commerce, stuff like that. Now, once all that's done, I think the free package, I think it takes like 3 weeks to file it. And then once it is filed with the Secretary of State, a lot of companies, they try to jip you on, hey, we'll set up your EIN for a couple $100. Do not pay for it. It's super easy to do. Literally takes 2 seconds. But I'm going to go through on here is you're going to go to this website. So if you guys want this website, comment the word EIN and I'll drop the link in the chat so you guys have access to this. But you're going to apply for an EIN. It's completely free. Don't let the service providers try to charge you guys for it. And you're going to click apply online now. Begin application. And then boom, or depending on how you set up your LLC, you'll choose that. What is this? Click continue. And then there's one member in the LLC, select state. We said we were in Illinois. Continue. Continue. And then you're going to click started a new business. And then you're going to fill in your personal information, your address, and then you'll be able to choose the actual LLC. But you have to wait for that to get filed through Busy, Incfile, or whatever company you're going to go through. But basically, once you guys complete this, you get your EIN basically immediately. So once you have those things set up, the EIN is basically like your social security number for your business. So you want to make sure you have that on hand at all times, because anytime you're filling out a business credit card application, they're going to ask for it. So that's basically it, guys. So as far as, let's go back to this slide, this sexy slideshow we made for you guys. But yeah, that's basically it. Kind of the key points again, just to recap it. One, label the LLC a generic name. Low risk LLC when you're typing in the description. Don't let these service providers try to upsell you. You just need them to file the LLC with the Secretary of State, and you could set up your EIN absolutely free by yourself. So don't pay for it. It literally takes like 2 seconds. But that's basically all I've got for you guys. I appreciate you guys hopping on, lending me your eyes, ears, and attention. It's absolutely beautiful out here in Costa Rica. Just sent it out here with the credit card points that I got. So that's actually something that I might be doing a training on, is another benefit of just credit hacking or credit travel hacking. So if that's something you guys are interested, comment the word travel hacking and we'll make a training for you guys. But that's basically it, guys. Congrats. Now you guys have a brand new LLC and you guys are one step closer to being able to get business credit funding. Now, as you guys know, this group, I'm here to provide tons of value. We do also have paid services. So we have done for you credit repair, completely done for you funding if you don't want to learn it. But for those who want to learn it, I will work with you one-on-one. Comes with a guarantee. I try to make these deals as least risky as possible for you guys, and deliver the most value. And if any of those things are something you guys are interested in and you're ready to fast track getting your funding and you're tired of sitting on the sidelines and want to start getting into deals now, then shoot me a DM on Messenger with the word call. And we'll set up a game plan and see how we can help you guys out. Even if it's not a good fit, I'm sure I'm going to be able to give you guys tons of free value and at least point you guys in the right direction. But that's basically it, guys. Thank you guys so much for hopping on the live. As usual, peace out, much love, stay beautiful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.